Hi guys, welcome back to Bread Box Racing and 4x4. This week, we're back on the Jeep. Alright, so while you've been away, I've been doing a bunch of stuff kind of off camera because it was very repetitive. We've got the engine sitting in place with the passenger side exhaust manifold fitting now. It clears the frame, but this much. I did have to cut the frame, but I didn't want to cut out any more than I absolutely had to, which was still wound up being quite a lot. So we've got that. We've got a bunch more shiny new parts to show you. So let's go do that. All right, so we've got shiny new parts. We have two 2-inch stainless steel U-bends. These are the wrong size. And I'm pretty sure I ordered 2.5-inch. So those will have to go back. We have a cast aluminum swivel thermostat housing. That's made for a small block Chevy. Does not fit in LS, do not believe the ad. So that's going back. What else do we got? Well, we have a universal intake. It's got some panels here for around the filter. Just gonna put that down there because I don't know I'm going to use those. We've got a 4-inch tight radius bend. And quite a large piece of aluminum that I will likely have to modify to fit. Really successful parts ordering on this one, guys. I made mistakes and it's gonna bite me in the ass. All right, guys, so we got fuel figured out. What we did is we took the LS's 3/8 fuel line from this connector down, and then and so you could probably see, hopefully see, the fuel line comes down, transitions to a 5/16 rubber line, which is double clamped here to the factory fuel line. It's double clamped up there as well. So that's the fuel figured out, at least temporarily, enough to get it moving. I will fix it and do a better job later, but for now, this works. All right, guys, so we got our power steering done. You've seen the hose set up. It's Chevy power steering line to the box, and then the Jeep's return line. And all we've done for the extra connection, because this one has an extra, is we just pinched it and soldered it shut. If I ever have to replace this power steering pump, I'll just get one that was for a truck that didn't have Hydro Boost. Shouldn't be hard. I imagine they should all bolt up. Anyways, we got power steering fluid in it, so we won't kill the pump when we fire this thing up. All right, guys, we got some more new parts. Got a big silicone 90 here. I'm hoping to use somehow to make my intake. So we're gonna get that figured out. All right, guys, we're back. Yesterday, the last thing we got sorted out was the intake. It was a little floppy still, I realized that. But as you can see, the filter's hitting before that hits. So that's good enough, right? We'll get an actual solid mount for that built, we will. What I'm thinking is just a little kicker that comes off the top and goes down to that bolt. It's not perfect, but it'll do. And it'll hold that. It'll hold that still. Doesn't need much, just a little. What else? We got the upper rad hose sorted. All we did is we used, I think this one's off the Jeep. I'm not 100% sure, but I think this is off the Jeep. And we trimmed it to length, and I shoved the spring up in it, the anti-kink spring, or whatever they want to call it. I think out of that hose there. I think that one's off the truck. And that's just because it wanted to kink here quite badly, and so the spring seems to be doing its job. Alright, got a little bit more figured out here. Heater core lines. I think those are the ones off the Jeep. I don't really remember though. I found them, they fit. That's all I care about. We did figure out what we're going to do for a transmission shifter. I'm using a shift cable out of a 2005. So 5 to 09 or something, Trailblazers. Some of them run, apparently it works. Because they're a console shift, not a column shift. And they apparently bolt right up. So hopefully that'll work. Yeah. Thanks to the local parts store, Chieftain Auto Parts. Got a neutral safety switch range selector for my 4L80E sitting on the bench with my name on it. Ready for pick up on a Sunday. A Sunday. Nowhere is open in Prince George on a Sunday. So, right on. Still need knock sensors. Still got to figure that out. And now back to the regular scheduled dickery. Okay. It's the local parts shop had a neutral safety switch for me. So let's go put that in. I'll have to excuse the slight yankery here for a minute. I'm on my phone because my GoPro has a dead battery and a full SD card. So we're gonna go put this in. It's so nice and wonderfully cool down here. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm really sunburned. Alright, so on a 4L80E, and the 60E might be the same way, going all the way clockwise takes you to park. So right now, you can see I'm pushing it. It's in park. We got reverse, neutral, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright guys, we got the neutral safety switch in. Should all be lined up just nicely, I think. Big shout out to Chieftain Auto Parts for having this for me and letting my buddy pick it up for me while I was hosting an event on a Sunday. Like, that's customer service. Okay, so that's done. We have a Trailblazer shift cable coming. That should work. Should work. You can see once we get the starter up in there. Uh-oh. Alright, so this is probably the most expensive bolt I've ever bought. It's the GM starter bolt. I don't know why it costs as much as it does, but I don't know. Grade 10.9, got knurling on the end. Oh well, it is what it is. I don't want the starter falling out, so when GM gives you a weird, funky special bolt, I just use it. Alright, I just remembered I bought spark plugs for this thing a while ago. Now is a good time to put them in before I make this any more difficult for myself. Because I was about to do that. So we're going to get those in there. Yes, I know iridium plugs. Probably not doing anything for me on this end. But it's what they had when I went to buy them. So, yeah. Let's do that.